Cosmic. Pretty storied team, I would say. They've had a lot of very handsome people on their team in the past.
That's what I've heard.
Yeah, and Kronovi, you're shameless. You're shameless.
Hey, he's the one who did it.
I brought it up.
Excuses. But Kronovi is another player. We got to hear from Lachinio. And actually, he sat behind me on the plane. It was funny. I didn't even realize it until I heard the word Rocket League and turned around and there was Lachinio. So, but Kronovi, he has a lot of experience on land. He won that BMW at the E3 tournament. So these guys wouldn't count him out, but Flipside Tactics is a scary team. But OverZero replacing Gambit is going to be a big set of shoes to fill.
Yeah, Gambit, considered the #1 North American player, could not come out here. And OverZero, huge shoes to fill, but Kronovi is the most popular player by far in Rocket League. He knows how to deal with pressure. He has thousands upon thousands of people watching him every single time he plays. And then Lachinio, the young gun, like, I think he weighs 20 pounds. I'm not sure. But he knows how to go on the offense and just take all the boost, get a lot of bumps in. And Kronovi's going to be there probably waiting for Lachinio's pass when the other team screws up.
Lachinio, the aerial expert on this team, very flashy, likes to do freestyles, as he mentioned in his video. Kronovi, another player who likes to put on the pressure. He is the #1 goal scorer in North America. So we've got the #1 goal scorer of Kronovi from NA versus Marky Duda from EU. It's going to be tough. And OverZero, he's been kind of the defensive anchor of the team. We'll see if he can step up and really help elevate Cosmic.
I feel like this is going to be one of those games that produces one of the most phenomenal highlight reels. Like, this is definitely likely to happen. But let's take a closer look at a couple of the players on each of these two teams. Of course, Mike, hold on. There it is. Yeah, Mike Rules and Kronovi.
Crow has a ton of goals, 76, but he also has a lot of assists as well with 59. He is the offense for Cosmic. He knows how to bring everyone together and get those offensive opportunities.
He has that I need to carry my team mentality, and sometimes that can bite him. You know, if he stays up in the front or front half too long, that can cause some issues on the rotation game. But he's been playing well so far. But look at that, 70 assists from Mike Rules and still 66 goals. He plays with two of the best goal scorers in the world, and he himself can score, but also just setting up his teammates Cooks and Markey.
All right, I got to ask, guys, predictions, prediction time. Who do you think is going to take it? Flipside Tactics or IBP, and what's the score?
So Cosmic's defense has been pretty poor in Qualifier 2, but the past month they've been doing a lot better on the defensive side because Zero sitting back a little bit more, letting Crow and Latch do what they do best. I got to give the flip side, though, 3-2, because Marky is the best player in the world, and he's going to show it during this series.
Yeah, I think they'll show a little bit more dominance here. Flipside, they're a team that thrives on playing without practice, and there hasn't been a lot of opportunities to practice in this tournament before. So I'm going to give it to Flipside 3-1.
All right, nothing left to do here but get into the match. I'm going to go over to the commentator desk where we have Wave and Lawler taking away the commentary.
Thanks, Axel. Flipside Tactics, iBuyPower Cosmic. This is the Clash of the Titans you've all been waiting for. Oh my goodness, Lawler, could you be more excited for this
No,
one?
everybody has been talking about this match for centuries. We are now here, 0 ping, 0 excuses, just these guys and the game.
Centuries, and the game's only been out a year.
Yeah,
That's incredible. But on one side, we have the most storied, the most successful, the biggest name in America and in the world of Rocket League, iBuyPower. On the other side, we have Flipside, the Titans. These guys have played so well. They've been together for so long. They know each other in and out. Many consider them the best in the world, and we're going to find out today. It's going to be an amazing matchup.
Yeah, you look at the difference between these two teams, and it has been kind of the poster boys. They've been the ones that everybody's been touting about, like, hey, check these guys. They had a huge crucial loss when they lost Gambit. OverZero needs to step up for this team.
We'll see how it pans out as the players are dropping into the match. It's been incredible just looking at the different stats. They matched so well in qualifier #1, but then with the issues they had with Gambit and switching him out for OverZero and stuff like that, the iBuyPower kind of went down a little bit in the stats. They don't match Flipside nearly as closely, but we will see how this goes. Game #1 getting started right now. Gonna have Mike Rules putting that one into the corner. He's able to get that one past Lachinio, but Kronovi in goal. Clears it up high, and OverZero rotates in behind him. Now Lachinio and Kronovi moving up on the offense. Lachinio passes that one out to OverZero, an excellent touch that sends that one towards the net. Cooks are able to get it away, but Kronovi's right there. Oh my goodness, Marky coming in underneath him to push it out, and now Flipside up on the offense.
Attacking very early, but they need to rotate back on defense quickly. There we go, getting in front of that ball. You're gonna see a lot of pressure coming out from this iBuyPower team.
Over zero, up to Kronovi. Mike Rules is there, back and forth. These teams flying up and down the field and getting right where they need to be. Keeping us scoreless here within the first 30 seconds. Cookser trying to push that one around the corner, pops it out. Mike's there, sends it towards the net. It's going to be nice and slow. Over zero, able to get there first. Pop it over. We got a Batmobile on both sides of the pitch for this game. Kronovi sends that one towards the net. Markey can't get there. First point on the board for IBP Power.
IBP Power coming out strong, showing the pressure. We talked about how they're one of the top goal-scoring teams in all of Rocket League, but they need to be careful on defense. But if they keep applying that pressure and make this Flipside team play on their back heel, they should be in a very good position.
First minute of gameplay, IBP Power strikes first. Up by 1. As the first minute is expiring, Mike Rules able to put that one over zero. Now Kronovi trying to wrap this one around. Mark keeping the pressure on, sends it to the far side. Now Kronovi able to send that one towards the net. Nobody there, 2-0 for IBP Power.
Easy goals coming out from IBP Power. Rotation trying to come out. You see Mike going up on the wall and just big disadvantage here. He tries to get up and take a touch off the wall, but it gets played a little bit softer than he expected and was not able to get the touch, catching him off defense and having to rotate back.
And Lichinio was like right there in front of Flipside's net to put it in just in case it was off at all. This has been IBP Power's game so far. They're up by 2. Mike Rules and Cooks are set up and goal. Able to get that one away, and now Mike on the transition. Gonna put this one into offense. Gonna try and get it around Kronovi. Able to get it around, but can't put it into net just yet. Markey is loose in over the IBP Power net. We'll see if they're able to push this one out. Mike Rules sends it to the far side. It's gonna be bouncing off. Ball in the corner, over the top of Kronovi. Over zero, not really sure where he needs to be, but Lichinio able to keep that one out of net. Mike Rules still with ball control. Here comes Cookser. Does not able to get a touch, and Kronovi able to clear that one away and transition it out.
Great rotation coming up by Kronovi, keeping this a scoreless game against the side of Flipside, but it's gonna sneak past, and Mike Rules is gonna get a goal.
First point on the board for Flipside. They find a hole in IBP Power's defense, and they put it in.
Yeah, beautiful team play coming out. You get a pinch, and it just powers all the way downfield, reading that very well off the backboard to give them a goal, put them one away from tying this game up.
3:15 left to go, 1-2 in favor of IBP Power. Kickoff going to go in favor of Flipside into the orange corner. Over zero gets bullied out of the way. Mike Rules created some space. Here goes Cookser to try and send it towards the net. Now Lichinio set up in net. Kronovi's touch sends it wide. Now Lichinio comes out, is able to rotate this one into the blue. He's stacked up with over zero. The ball rotating out into the middle. It's a drag race between Kronovi and Markey. Kronovi sends it into the corner, now falls back to send it to the far side. See if over zero can push this one out of his own half. Mike gets it past him, and now it's just Lichinio on the back who's able to put it up onto the wall. Cookser's there. It's going to drop down. Then it's over zero's touch sends it into the corner.
We saw Kronovi taking full advantage of using the momentum of his car, placing and landing with an arrow on all 4 wheels to carry the momentum through and make sure he can get that clear out. Both teams doing a good job of this, and we're going to see a very fast-paced game.
Excellent shot from Cookser, goes just high, and Overzero's able to push it out. Now Markey falling back is going to be able to demo Overzero, create some space for his team. No one really set up. Mike going to be falling back into net as Lichinio tries to get there, but Cookser able to put it over the top. Overzero's touch sends it onto the far side. Now Markey going to be passing up to the very aggressively positioned Mike, who pops it down towards the box. There's Markey up, but Lichinio able to be there first, sends it away. Excellent offensive stuff we've been able to see from Flipside so far, but they have not been able to sink another one in.
Yeah, both sides doing a very good job with full rotations coming out, showing defense when it matters. We talked about as well with the desk how defense has been a big issue for Cosmic, but I know they've been putting in the work. Kronovi mentioned how much practice they've really been putting in, and Overzero trying to be that solid force that they need him to be.
Oh man, that one was close. Mike Rules almost had a shot on the net, but it's back in the blue. Cookser looks like he did not get the jump he was hoping for, but Overzero also misses his touch. The ball's crossed in front of the net, but Markey is going to be the first one there. Sends it back to the midfield line, gets the demo on Overzero, and moves it to the offense.
Yeah, huge, crucial demo that completely stops any momentum that they had. They were trying to come back and forth and make a contest there, but still that demo stopping everything in its tracks, and now it's back in favor of Flipside.
1:19 left to go. Markey up in an aggressive position, flips out of the way. Nice bump. Comes through, and Cookser is there to shoot it just high. Can Markey finish? Oh, it feels side flip, man. Not going to be able to put that one in. Mike Rules wraps this one around. He's keeping it in the orange territory. A 50 is going to send it towards the blue, and Lichinio's responding. But Cookser tries to get there first. Nice read from Lichinio. Keeps the pressure on. Drop it towards the net. Can't put it in. Markey Dudas still set up in goal. Waiting this one out. He's trying to see what Kronovi does. He wins the 50-50, and here comes Flipside screaming down the pitch. Overzero sends it into the corner. The touch from Mike Rules pops it up, and Overzero's able to push it back down to Lichinio. 45 seconds left. and Flipside needs one more to equalize. Cookser and Markey moving up. They've got it onto the backboard, and here comes Mike. Lachinio sends it onto the wall. 35 seconds left in this game. Flipside still needs one to equalize. The ball going to be wrapping around on the blue side right in front of the goal, and Overzero puts it in. That's 2 points up for iBuyPower.
Defense breaking down. You see how aggressive they're playing on this ball. Mike probably should have been a little bit more patient there. He didn't have the angle either way in that 50-50. And because of that, it pitches off in front, and Overzero has probably the easiest goal he is going to get against this Flipside team.
Yeah, if you score on Flipside, remember that moment, because it doesn't happen very often. But Overzero there, the better Batmobile of the moment. With 23 seconds left, Markey tries to sink it in, but Lachinio keeps it out again. Lachinio, not commonly known as a strong defensive player, but he has been everywhere he needs to be so far in this game number 1.
Yeah, showing some freestyling there, trying to add a little bit of flair, but they have been really controlling this game, trying to get a pinch there. They didn't look too characteristic there, but still coming out a 3-1 victory over what's touted as the best team, slowly dropping to this Northern Gaming squad, but iBuyPower Cosmic clutching the first game of this series.
Game number 1 going in favor of iBuyPower. We said it was a clash of the Titans, and it is not failing to deliver just yet. iBuyPower, like we said, everyone calling it on the desk in favor of Flipside, but game number 1 goes to Cosmic.
Yeah, they came out very strong. The pressure we talk about from this team, they used to be and still have 2 of their major players, Lachinio and Kronovi, guys that relentlessly take shots while Gambit was a little bit more on defense. Overzero trying to fit in. We talk about how the egos might have played an issue because they are that powerhouse NA team.
Sure.
And maybe Overzero is the solution. Is he the one that's going to be that defensive carry? Is he going to be the one to play that support side? We don't know.
It's easy to look at a team like Lachinio, Gambit, and Kronovi and say, oh, if you take one of those players away, whoever you put in their place is clearly going to be inferior, but not at all. Like, Overzero is one of the best players in the world, and he's showing up right now at first game, going in favor of iBuyPower.
Reason for a sub, but now it's a matter of what we talk about. The best teams adapt. Can Flipside come back and make a huge adaptation? You saw how much pressure that happened from Cosmic, but are they able to take that and clear it out and then get a goal from it? You saw a couple times where they were really close, and we had that pinch from Mike that was able to go in. That's exactly what they need to do.
Absolutely. These players, all 3 of the Flipside players, are very, very strong individually. Just a matter of getting out of their own heads, getting back into this game, and we'll see if Urban Central is the key to their success. Game number 2 going to be happening in the train station. As kickoff gets underway, see Mike and Overzero going for it. Neutral kickoff that goes onto the wall. Chinio misses his touch. That's going to give Markey ball control. Sends it towards the net. Can they finish?
Oh
no!
my.
Markey and Cooks are both missed. Mike just bails back. He's like, I got to play the defensive role here, as Kronovi is going to be pushing this one out. Man, that was kind of a gimme for Flipside.
I did not see that coming, and probably either today, that might be why they both missed.
Maybe. We'll see what happens. 4:38 left to go. Still scoreless. Markey Duda able to roll that one up the wall, getting it past one. Kronovi can't quite play it on the wall, but able to pop it out. Lachinio sends it to the far side. Here comes Mike. Lachinio gets it past him. Both he and Kronovi moving up aggressively. Markey Duda tries to push it over, but Overzero is there. Now Cooks are on the wall. Down to Mike, Rules, and Markey. They're all in position in a line as they move forward here. Markey Duda going to try and pop that one down. Cookser's watching for it. Goes. They drew up 2 goalies. They got tangled up on each other, but Mike was not there to make another shot. But there it goes. Is it going to drop? It's in front of the goal. Cookser bails. Lets Kronovi have it. A very clutch moment. That's 2 shots that we've seen where Flipside should have been able to put it in, but it didn't go in.
Yeah, surprised to see no follow-up after that as well. You saw the opportunity. That ball landed right in front of the net. They just needed one person to shoot it, but they're playing smart, playing patient, and a shot coming in blocked out. Mike's going up, and there's just so much back and forth between this net. It's about time. One goes in for Cookser. He's going to nail a goal.
First blood on the board for Flipside, but Overzero doing everything he could have possibly done to keep this out of his net, getting one save, dropping to the ground, getting another save, but this pressure from Flipside, they were able to put that one in. 3:44, 1-0. See what happens off the kickoff. iBuyPower is able to respond. Overzero wins that one. Lachinio's up on the wall. Aggressive positioning. Overzero's there to put it away if he can get there, but the interference from Markey keeps it off. Kronovi coming from the back. Cookser's where he needs to be. Now Markey going to try and come around. No one really set up in goal for Flipside right now. See if anybody can get this around. Kronovi puts it into the box. Cookser misses that one, and Lachinio finishes. Tie game.
Markey Duda shadowing his teammate here, just trying to give him some feedback. And this ball coming across, he sees a teammate of Cooks here fly in front of him, and because of that, he doesn't go and contest it, and it makes a wide open net for Lachinio, capitalizing on that mistake.
Tie game with 3:25 left to go. Who is going to be able to take the lead in game number 2? See Cookser up on the wall off of that play. We've seen them do this sort of play before. Lichinio is going to be able to keep that one out of net. Now Marky going to try and create pressure, but misses the ball, and Kronovi ends up with control. Puts it up for over0. He's able to get that one past Mike. Now Cookser in the air, pushes back to his teammate, who passes back to midfield. Over0 gets a touch, but then gets bumped. It's going to be up to Kronovi and Mike, who's able to bounce it around. Cookser's there to finish, and he's not going to miss that one. 2-1 for Flipside.
No, small defensive mistake here. Trying to clear this out. The touch is a little bit too soft and getting red easily. Mike had such an odd job there. He could either play that inside or outside. He's like, no, I'm just going to body you, put it right in front, and that ball pitches to the middle, and they have a goal.
Yeah, and I don't know where over0 was going exactly. He like rotated back into net and then came into the corner where Kronovi was already there, leaving it wide open, and that's going to give Flipside the lead in game number 2. Cookser's here, tries to shoot, but over0 has other ideas and sends it into the blue corner where Lichinio is there. Up to Kronovi, 2 times off the backboard. Can the third touch put it in? He's going to try and wrap this one around. Marky doesn't really get the touch he's looking for, but it's over the top of over0. The ball going to be screaming back into the orange. See if Flipside's able to finish this one off, but here comes IBP again, moving up very aggressively, leaving nobody back. Kronovi tries to drop it down to Lichinio, but Mike able to intercept, sends it straight back into the orange.
Yeah, a lot of back and forth between these two teams. You can tell they're battling. They're taking this one to the air. Both teams so good in the air. It's just they need to be careful with how fast this ball moves. Flipside does such a good job with their pass game, and you can see it starting to develop a little bit more.
Lichinio trying to pop this one out for a teammate. Marky is there. Able to get it past one. Mike's there. Nice shot on the net. 3-1 for Flipside.
Exactly what I'm talking about. You see them playing this so well. Marky plays it off the wall. Doesn't get contested. Plays it up, and Mike just using the top right of that car to put some power into that goal.
It was so good. Like Marky's shot, you could see Lichinio coming in and read that one, but the second touch from Mike just puts it behind him. That's 3-1 for Flipside. This is the sort of passing plays, the teamwork we know from these European gods. We'll see if they're able to keep it up. Cookser tries to keep the pressure on. Mike gets a touch on it, but over0 and Kronovi going to have more. Nice fallback from the third player. There's Marky Duda able to push that one back into the orange. Mike going to try and drop this one down. No one really at home right now. Lichinio was in the corner, but he's able to get a touch and pass it up. Mark's there. Both teams playing a wide game at the moment.
Yeah, you see how much pressure the Flipside's starting to put on now. They're gaining that confidence. And despite you see some clears coming out from IBP, they're working perfectly in that rotation. Like, if it was any later, we'd probably see a goal sneak in, but they're just reading this team super well.
1:30 left to go. 3-1 in favor of Flipside. Mike pops that one out. Cookser hanging back. He's not going to be going for it just yet. They realize they have the lead. Don't have to be too aggressive here. He's going to get it around 2 players, but Lichinio waits patiently. Kronovi set up in defense, but Mark drops that one down, and Mike able to finish 4-1 for Flipside.
Ball being played super, like it was slow. I don't think anybody anticipated what they wanted to do. And as we have one going up, that little soft touch from Marky to put it inside. We talk about how strong Mike is, being one of the only ones. We see Marky, who doesn't have that many shots. He's actually like 6th. When it comes down to it, he has his teammate just pass nonstop. He's the best in the world at it. And then Mike, relentless, the best at goal scoring by a landslide.
These guys putting so much pressure on IBP. Just trying to get out of their own half at this point. They've got a minute to score 3. I think it's pretty safe to say game number 2 going to be going in favor of Flipside as they have been so aggressive. Mike drops another one. Mark goes up, over0, able to keep that one away. Shot one a little bit high. Now Lichinio on the counterattack. See if they can put another point on the board. Gets it past 2 and puts it in 4-2 for IBP.
Really good delay by Lichinio there, reading this well. Has 2 options here. You can either take a shot really, but Mike is going to be there first. He decides to just mine. He's going to take his time and wait for the rest of his team to follow him up as well. Really well played by Lichinio, being aware of his team.
39 seconds to score 2 goals. It's not impossible, but it's a pretty unlikely. We'll see if IBP can pull it off. I'd be very impressed. At this point, Flipside maintaining their characteristic ball control they've had the entire game. Kronovi going to try and dribble that one down, but Mike just comes in and interferes, pops it off to the side, goes up to midfield. Kronovi is forced to make a back pass here, and Cookser presses the opportunity. Lichinio trapped in the corner between Mark and Cookser. Mark drops another one down. What an angle from Marky.
Marky reading that all the way. As soon as Cookser got in the way here, he had only one option. That was played back towards the net, but Marky getting the angle, getting up, and boosting directly into that ball to put it over the top and into the net.
And poor over0. He went up. He made the save he needed, but Marky just kept the pressure on to put another one in.
Such a bully.
It was amazing. But yeah, 15 seconds left. down by 3. Flipside going to be able to tie this series up here in game number 2. And I've been seeing a lot from iBuyPower of just very, very tight defensive rotations, I feel like. They're not spacing each other out. They're not giving each other the space they need and trusting each other to make the defensive saves. And that plays straight into the strengths of a team like Flipside, who's just going to pound shot after shot after shot onto your net.
Yeah, you see how well they work positionally. And with Flipside, you're seeing them spacing out now. You mentioned how initially when they were losing in that first game was because they were shadowing each other. They were giving that support. And I think the problem was they just needed that first game to go by, because now they have the faith in their team. We trust you. I know you're going to make that play. I know you're going to make that save. Let me go over here and be ready for that pass I know is coming, because this is what we do. This is the flip side that destroys teams.
Absolutely, and we saw in the first game, like you said, multiple players committing to the same defensive save that they needed, and that, on the side of Flipside, and that would leave the goal open for iBuyPower to score. We just saw the exact opposite of that with iBuyPower going up, not trusting each other to make defensive saves. But we also had situations like at the end there where Over0 goes up and does exactly what he needs to do, but Marky just pushes it in the top and just is not going to have it.
Yeah, all that coming out from Cookser. Cookser being aggressive.
Absolutely.
Showing why he's one of the most favored and one of the favorite players in this game. Coming in, making a huge play, and just completely shutting down any clear capabilities for iBuyPower. They could only play that inside because there was a player literally on top of him.
Absolutely.
Gets pinched in, and Marky does the rest.
Absolutely. So we'll be looking to see which team can space out their defense here in game number 3. Right now it's on iBuyPower because Flipside really looking strong there in game number 2. Able to tie the series up. We'll see what they're able to do moving forward into game number 3. Which will be on Beckwith. Going to be in back in the park with the birds. It'll be nice. We'll see if the calm atmosphere maybe can chill out some iBuyPower nerves here. Well, there's nothing chill about this environment. My goodness, this if we're doing this live, man, this is incredible. Marky able to push that one over in iBuyPower territory. Lachinio tries to pop it over. Mike Rolls keeps the pressure on, moving up on the backboard. Cookser comes up to try and finish, but Kernovi able to interrupt. Lachinio, nice pass over to Over0 and Kernovi, who send it into the blue corner. Mike Rolls, great pinch on the wall, pushes it over. iBuyPower keeping the pressure on. Lachinio tries to wrap this one around the corner, but look at this defensive rotation from Flipside, just always keeping everything away.
Yeah, you saw actually really good rotations coming out from Cosmic, but matched perfectly by this Flipside team, just one after another, able to get in front of it.
Cookser, shot going to be going a bit high. Mike Rolls moves into a position where he can maybe intercept this. Over0 on the wall, going to try and carry this one past Cookser. He's got it into the corner. Marky going to be set up in goal, able to clear that one away. Kernovi going to try and continue to keep the pressure on, but he doesn't really have much company as he drops this one down. Cookser's shot does not get the touch, but like I said, both of his players, Over0 and Lachinio, were back on defense. They're going to try and keep the pressure on here. They drew up Mike and Cookser. There's that defensive overcommitment we were talking about. Nobody punishes just yet.
No, I was surprised. Kernovi had a really good job getting that pass and that extra touch that played it back down in the middle, and nobody was there to follow it up. I think they're trying to adapt, but not in the right way. They're playing a little bit scared now.
Oh, there was some nice aggressive positioning. Kernovi able to send his shot just a little bit high. Bumps his teammate Lachinio back into his own territory, so Kernovi will be moving up on the offense, but Cookser able to get over the top of one. 2 players from iBuyPower stacked up, and Mike and Cookser on the offense. Going to be an opportunity, not going to happen. It goes wide of the goal. Marky puts it back into the box. Cookser was there, but he saw Lachinio, respected that one, and fell back. Now Mike trying to move up. All the players so tightly wound, but there's a shot from Cookser straight into the middle. First blood goes to Flipside.
Easy transition. Ball back and forth. You see 2 players, both Kernovi and Cookser there. Kernovi trying to go for the boost and make himself available upfield, but because of that, read very well by Cookser, gets an easy chip over and puts him up 1-0.
Took us about almost 2 minutes for the first goal to be scored. Both teams playing more defensively, spacing each other out, realizing what they need to do to remain competitive in this match. As Cookser pushes this one straight towards the box, Kernovi is waiting for him. Mike rolls with another shot. Kernovi has to make another save. Excellent play from Kernovi in his own box, keeping that one away. Over0 tries to win the 50-50. Now Kernovi coming up with Over0 with company. They tries to drop it in. What a play from Kernovi!
Throwing some spin-a-roonies on that one, Burley. Look at this 360 no-scope coming out in with a nose on that far post past that team. What a beautiful shot.
If that's not the energy they need, I don't know what is. These players, we know them as all-stars. Kernovi coming up clutch, showing you what makes him one of the favorite players in North America and in the world. Tying this game up, 2:50 left to go. Here comes Flipside, though. Cookser sets that one up. Marky keeps the pressure on. Lachinio and Kernovi both set up in goal. Lachinio goes out first. Kernovi going to be shadowing him here. Cookser pops that one back out to the middle. Kernovi falls back. Ball gonna be bouncing off the far wall. Cookser gonna try and touch it off the backboard, but no one there to finish just yet. Mike keeps the pressure on at midfield.
Back and forth a lot, like you said. Big transitions coming up from both these teams, and you could tell that goal is exactly what they needed. They are playing so much more aggressive. Balls are being contested way earlier, and we are going to have ourselves an amazing Game 3.
Mike rules, puts it off the far side. Cookser's there to try and drop it in, get a crazy play of his own, but it hits the crossbar. Now over 0 moving up. Marky Duda sends that one towards the net. Kronovi's there, put it into the corner, but Mike Rules has already moved up. Flip side, trying to be aggressively positioned here. Marky keeps the pressure on. They drew out the goalies. We'll see if Cookser can get an angle onto this one. He's not going to move fast enough just yet, but he pops that one up, and Mike's up there. Over 0 gets there first and sends it towards the other side. A nice touch from Lachinio. It's going to drop in, and there's the lead for IBPower.
Look at these rotations coming out. Over 0 having complete faith in his team. And Lachinio flying across the screen with a beautiful touch on that nose to chip it over this entire Flipside defense.
What an incredible play. IBPower lighting up here in the second half of game number 3. The series is all tied up right now, and they have finally taken the lead. Mike Rules able to put that one into the corner. Over 0, down to Kronovi. See if they can keep this aggression going. Marky Duda trying to create some pressure. Oh, and it's snuck underneath the crossbar. Tie game.
Marky Duda with beautiful placement on that shot. You see the ball coming up. Kronovi, unfortunately, with that flick, you saw Over 0 trying to go for it, just gets beaten. And that ball, shot on net, could have been saved, but Marky putting it in a very difficult position.
Difficult position at 96 kilometers per hour. If this is not Pro Rocket League, I don't know what is. These guys are incredible right now. That ball in IBPower territory. Here comes Marky again. Lachinio able to get the touch. Now he's going to try and get it past Mike. Keeps it dead at the midfield. Now Marky Duda trying to push this one up. Kronovi is there. Cookser and Mike both move up, and actually it works out for them. They're able to put it into the corner, but now they need to fall back as Over 0 got a solid clear.
Yeah, big clear by Over 0, allowing this transition, but Marky ain't having any of that. He's going to get a demo and then bring it back in. But still, this team is fighting for it. As we got 1 minute left, we have a tied game between these two powerhouse teams.
Final minute of gameplay. Anyone can take it. Over 0 tries to drop it in, but it's not going to happen. Lachinio and Over 0 are both out of position. Here come 3 Flipside players. They get it past Kronovi, and they take the lead.
What is this, Marky? You're supposed to pass it. That's what my stats say. Taking this all the way down, he's going to bring it far post over Kronovi into the goal and secure this and put them up by 1 with a minute left.
Dude, is there anything scary in Kronovi's shoes? I've seen all 3 Flipside players coming in knowing you have 0 support.
I would nope out. I'd be like, nah, I'm good. Take
nope,
it.
Nope. You can take the lead. Final minute. IBPower down by 1. They need to put together some amazing team plays if they want to be able to take this one, or go with the solo plays. These all-stars, they can do it. But Cooks are able to find a hole, make it 4-2.
2 players throwing on the side here, getting bunched up by Mike. 1 rotates out, and the soft touch after that subtle bump, putting him out of position, and a good goal, putting them up by 2 now in a matter of seconds.
Man, you can see him down there, Mike's smiling. He knows that they've been playing so well this game. 4-2, 40 seconds left. 2 goals, 40 seconds. It's possible. But IBPower, they really got to turn up the heat. We've seen them do it already in this game. See if they can pull this one off. 30 seconds left. They're on the offense. They need to score right now if they want to have time for an equalizer. Marky trying to push that one around. Cookser now up on the offense alongside Mike. It's just Kronovi back on the defense again. Lachinio rotates in, but it's slow, and now Kronovi going to have to push this one out. Seeing Over 0, trying to move out. They're both low on boost as well. Kronovi gets it past Mike. Good patient play from Kronovi. Marky Duda rotated in behind. Final countdown. They still need 2 at this point. It's looking like Flipside going to be able to take game number 3 again, moving up and taking the lead in the series. My goodness, what a match.
A lot of back and forth. I talked about how that match was going to be great about a minute or 2 in, and you saw exactly what happened. IBPower stepping up to the plate, came out with some very big goals and changed the entire course of that game. But Flipside doing the exact same thing and then matching that. So much back and forth between these 2 teams. I have no idea what's going to happen in the next match.
It's like the first game was all IBPower. They did an excellent job, and then you had on the flip side, Flipside tactics coming through. No, you can't leave. You have to stay with me because we're friends. But then in the third game, all evens up. Incredible stuff. You see Flipside or IBPower take the lead, Flipside take it back, going back and forth. Oh my gosh, it's been incredible.
You guys hear that?
I think there's a home field advantage here. We know who they want to win. But Mike, I don't know what's going to happen, dude. It's so crazy.
Yeah, we see the back and forth between these 2 teams, and it's been unbelievable watching these 2 teams battle it out. But Flipside showing why they are touted as one of the best. They're playing so fast. But when iBuyPower shows those sparks of that quickness, those pass after pass, like that pass up from iBuyPower, when OverZero then had
yeah, when Luchino comes off the wall.
Oh my goodness.
Like, what angle is that? You're moving in this direction and you send the ball at 90 degrees from your forward vector. Like, excuse me? Like, how does that happen? I don't understand. And then the 360 no scope.
I found out who took Gibbs' hat.
Yeah, oh my goodness, there it was. He's such a wizard. Incredible stuff. But game number 4, moving on to Manfield. iBuyPower in the orange. Flipside Tactics in the blue. iBuyPower has to take 2 if they want to stay up in the upper bracket. We'll see what moves forward.
Yeah, we're getting real close in this series. Flipside just needs 1 more to take it over iBuyPower. But iBuyPower, you know they are not going to let it happen easily.
Luchino keeping that one out of his net. But man, this Flipside pressure has been incredible. Now they're moving back. Flipside passes it over. Cookser able to clear to the side. Sends this one into the far corner. Markey is there. See if he can get it over zero. Now Kronovi able to push it out of his own half. Aggression has been the name of the game for Flipside this first minute. Mike Rules pops that one back out, and Cookser is there to send it onto the far wall. Markey is waiting for the touch. He gets it past Luchino, and Kronovi has to make a crazy save from the back. Doesn't get the touch, but OverZero is there to push this one back into the blue.
OverZero doing a really good job staying patient, getting it past 2, and is it up? Can he get it in? It's going to play low.
Oh my goodness, it doesn't. Kronovi keeps the pressure on. They kept the pressure on. They kept their heads in the game. It all started with that pass from OverZero to Kronovi, and then OverZero keeps it back in the box. These 2 players going back and forth. First blood going to iBuyPower.
Such a good job staying patient, just making sure, okay, we didn't make it. Let's get another touch inside. And they kept giving themselves opportunities to secure that goal, breaking down the defense of this Flipside team.
Man, taking it to a small ball game here. That's the sort of Rocket League we don't see played very often, and Flipside definitely doesn't really know what to do with it. They're going to continue to play their game, though, as they're able to send that one down to the far side. Cookser's up, is going to bounce off the backboard a 3rd time. Markey sends it on to net, but Kronovi is there to keep it away, and Luchino going to try and transition out. Mark Rules putting that one into the corner. OverZero puts it on the wall. Here comes Cookser with a shot towards the net, going just wide. Kronovi sends onto the far side and transitions it back into offense. The touch from Luchino. Oh, it goes wide. The follow-up, and he puts it in 2-0 for iBuyPower.
That chip from Luchino was gorgeous. Ball coming out beats 1 defender, and it caught everybody off guard. But Luchino was so ready to follow it up and play it on the complete opposite side of where it came from. That's so difficult to change momentum and put it against. What a beautiful play from Luchino.
Who let him take his calculator on stage? That's not allowed, right? Like,
Protractor, like what does he do?
I don't know how he does this stuff. This is incredible. But with the 3:30 left to go, iBuyPower up by 2. This is what they need to force a game 5 against Flipside. OverZero continuing to carry this one out of his own half. Markey and Cooks are kind of tangled up on top of each other. Very tight positioning we're seeing from Mike and from Flipside right now. They're able to push it out of their own half, but OverZero's there, sends it onto the far side. Can try and get it past Cookser, who's able to get a touch into the orange. Mike is up for this one to touch it towards the goal, but Luchino able to send it away.
The defense from Luchino has been phenomenal this game, as well as the rest of the series, coming up so clutch in positions, but the transition that he makes from defense is what is making it so good. He makes a crucial save and then plays it all the way back downfield and follows it up.
Oh my goodness, Markey knew right where that one was, but Luchino had his number, able to keep it away. OverZero and Luchino going to try and push this one out. Oh my goodness, they leave Mike Rules with ball control. They got out of that one a little bit cheap there. That was a scary moment. Mark and Cookser all set up on defense. They get it past Luchino on the wall. He's going to be able to pass this one back down to Mike, who takes a shot towards the net. Is anyone home? It's going to go off the crossbar. Markey, dude out there keeping this pressure on. Can Kronovi keep it out? He does, but Markey with a OverZero again. The defense holds for iBuyPower. It's a very similar situation to what we saw in the very beginning of the game where iBuyPower was able to score, but in this situation, iBuyPower keeps it out. 2:12 left to go, and it's still scoreless for Flipside.
They're not out of trouble yet. You saw the pressure still coming from Flipside. They had so many saves, but Flipside did such a good job of making sure to boost tonight and then put it back in the field. We're going to see it rotate back now, and if this iBuyPower, like, what is happening? This is not the defense we expect from iBuyPower.
No, these are the team that we know for playing great offense, but so far it's been their defense that's kept them up in this game. Mike Rules moves up. They move up for a goalie demo. Cooks are able to get that over the top. Is it going to drop? It's wide. Can Cook? Oh my goodness, Markey's touch goes wide as well. Mike keeps it in the box. Markey moves for the boost steal. See if Overzero can play this one off the wall. He puts it back out in the middle, but there's Cookser again with an open net. Can it drop in? Kurnovi gets the save, but here's the follow-up from Markey.
Oh
Is it
my
going to go
God,
in?
Overzero.
It doesn't go in. There's Mike to finally finish it. The defense finally cracks.
The rotation's coming up from both sides. Overzero doing such a good job trying to get underneath this and push it out. It barely squeaks in, and then Mike Rose following it up to secure the goal. Rotations securing that goal to put them within one.
1:27 left to go. And Flipside is knocking on the door. They only need one more to force overtime. Ball in Flipside's half. Kurnovi is able to push this one around. Mike's there, moves it up to Markey on the wall, passes it back down to Mike. Lachinio intercepts and keeps it in the corner. Now Kurnovi around the corner, tries to push this one out of his own half. Will drop it down to Markey. Dangerous position, puts it right down in front of the box. But Mike and Markey get drawn out of position. Overzero is an opportunity. The demo onto Kurnovi is going to buy them some time. We'll see if they can push this one out. But Mike and Markey really much on top of each other, doing the exact same thing. With 1 minute remaining, that's going to give ball control back to iBuyPower, and they're poised to be able to take this one.
Markey doing a really good job though on defense. He went up to cut off another angle. He was just trying to predict the save there, and it worked out in his favor.
I was looking at Kurnovi able to get that one away. Lachinio with a save as well. This defense coming through for iBuyPower is holding off the onslaught from Flipside. Markey had another shot. Cookser's touch goes wide. We'll see what they're able to do as Lachinio's set up in goal. 30 seconds left, and Flipside is coming in strong. Lachinio keeps it away again. Overzero doesn't get the touch, and there's the tie game from Cookser.
All of that because of the mistouch up on the wall here from Kurnovi. Trying to clear it out far, but doesn't get it. Allows a shot on net, and then Cookser flying through the air and placing that perfectly in the top right corner of the net.
Amazing, amazing play. Cookser upside down, able to put that one in the upper 90. 30 seconds left, and it's all tied up between iBuyPower and Flipside. It's exactly what you want to hear in an international final. Cookser able to send this one onto the wall. 19 seconds left. First goal, going to be able to take the lead, probably take the game. Overzero on the wall. Now Lachinio pushing the advantage. Overzero sends it towards the net. Markey keeps it away. Kurnovi trying to push this one over. They need this goal to stay alive and not drop to the lower bracket. But here comes Flipside. They've got it set up. Mark jumps in to put the nail in the coffin. It's the final second. Can they carry it all the way? Cookser keeps it alive. Now Mike gonna drop it down, and there's the game. Overtime. Not the game. It's overtime. We're all tied up.
Would you have it any other way? We're going into overtime. If Flipside gets this goal, they move on in the winner's bracket. iBuyPower needs it to stay alive. Defense coming out from this iBuyPower team.
Defense and iBuyPower, not things you usually talk about at the same time. He's carrying it. Kurnovi, they
Overzero.
can put it in! They stay alive! We go to game 5.
What was this coming off the wall? Dribbling it with that Batmobile, spinning it, and that rotation from Overzero was so well done. He used the flat body of his car to cut off every single angle. What a beautiful play for iBuyPower.
You know, there were 2 goalies up for that. They were right in front of him, too. Like, it wasn't an overcommitment necessarily. They were right where they needed to be, and he flips his car using that long pancake of a car he's got, able to push it all the way through. It's a cereal box, right? And my goodness, game 5 between Flipside and iBuyPower. Could you have asked for any better?
Nope.
Could you ask for, this is just day 1, guys.
I'm happy about this.
I am very happy. This is going to be so much fun. Oh
I
my
would not
goodness.
have this series play out any other way. Coming out strong, iBuyPower, showing that, and we talked about this, how iBuyPower needed to take game 1, because if they didn't, the momentum from Flipside I thought was going to be too much. They come out, Flipside comes back and answers, and then going into overtime, you thought Flipside had the momentum at the end of that? No, Overzero's going to take it. If you guys don't think he's a good sub, he just proved all of you wrong.
I mean, he's the sub for iBuyPower. I mean, what more do you need to say? At this point, he's not even a sub. He is the starting lineup. He is proving his worth at this point as well. And it's been the solo plays, it's been the all-star plays that has kept iBuyPower in this, is what we know and love from these guys. They're getting the crowd pumped up. Couldn't you ask for anything more going into game 5? I am so ready.
Last game of the winners in the top bracket, you're going to see iBuyPower and Flipside coming down to game 5. Who's going to take it? No one knows. I cannot wait for this game.
Game 5, moving on to Utopia. iBuyPower in the orange. Flipside in the blue. We will get underway. And oh my goodness, it's anybody's game. Overzero on the kickoff. Very neutral kickoff, going straight onto the wall. Kurnovi passes it back down to the middle. Cookser pushes that one over, and you can hear the crowd right now pushing that home field advantage, trying to get into the heads of Flipside, but Flipside very resolute. They're trying to hold on. They've got ball control right now.
Yeah, Ball being played in that corner. They're taking their time on it, trying not to make any big mistakes like that coming out. But the defense coming out, and it's going to work in favor of this Flipside team. Trying to come across to make a save out. That ball bounces right back in favor of Mike, who's pressuring on. And with the help of Kronovi there with that pass, he's going to put it in the back of net, scoring early here.
Yeah, the touch from Kronovi, not exactly what he was looking for, but that's going to give the lead to Flipside 1-0 in the first 30 seconds of the game. Markey wins that kickoff. Luckily, Kronovi hung back into net. Usually he'd be going for booster. We just seen a 2-0 there. Going to be able to get that one away. Now over 0, gets it over the top of 2. It's going to be all up to Markey in the back as Kronovi moves up, fakes him out, keeps it in the corner. Now over 0 to try and push this one out. Try and get it around, set up a shot for Lachinio. They're going to rotate. Lachinio puts it onto the crossbar. Mike's there. Pass it all the way in the far corner.
Back and forth between these two teams, you see the pressure starting to come up from Cosmic. You know they're going to put on the pressure because that's where they're most comfortable, and that's what you need to do at the end. Oh, that shot getting real close.
IBP got lucky on the bounce on that one. Cookser pops this one back out. Mike's there, sends a shot. Lachinio with a great positioning, able to clear it in the far corner. Markiuda's there to respond. Pops it back down in front of the box. Over 0 over to Lachinio. Solid passing from IBP over to Kronovi. Look at this passing plays. Look at these guys go. Mike Rule's going to try and keep this one away. Sends that one actually towards the net, but over 0, able to get a solid clear all the way up to Lachinio in the corner.
I like how IBP did that back pass. They knew going forward was just going to get stuffed as there was 3 defenders waiting. Play back over the big clear up in the air and just hope for something rather than trying to force it. Really smart play.
Lachinio get this one around 2, bounces off the backboard, but Cooks are reading it so well and knew exactly where the shot was going to be coming from and stuffed it. Leaves it for Markey. He's up for that one. Cookser drops it in. Lachinio able to save it away, and now over 0. Bush bodies straight through Mike onto the backboard. Kronovi's there in the corner. Lachinio up with the touch, pushes it towards the box, but Cooks are able to push it away. 3:06 left to go, and besides that first goal, we have seen nothing.
Now, a lot of back and forth. You see both these players doing very well. Even with defensive side, the ball is being trapped right next to them so they can carry it up as a team. But this defense from IBP is still coming through, trying to keep this a close game.
Cookser pushes that one up, drops it down himself over 0, able to block that one away, to stay right where he needed to be in case the shot came in, and now Lachinio going to try and carry it. Here comes the solo play, sends that one towards the net, but Cookser's there to clear it off to the side. Kronovi comes in on the demo on the island on the Lachinio. Cookser able to pick it up, push this one out. Over 0 on the wall, drops it to midfield. Now Markey over to Mike. Kronovi intercepts. Lachinio now onto the backboard. Here comes Kronovi. He pops in front of the box, but my goodness, that was a very important touch from Cookser. He could have easily put that into his own goal.
Yeah, staying very well paced under the pressure as Cookser making a very crucial save out to the outside on that corner. Trying to keep this out of the net, but IBP is still coming back. As soon as this ball gets put on their side, they push back very well, whether it be through team play or we see people like Lachinio carrying it themselves.
Here comes Cookser, sending that one towards the net, going just a bit wide. Keeps it in the box. There's Markey, but oh my goodness, all the bodies from over 0 and IBP keeping that one away. Where past halftime has come and gone, and we have yet to see IBP on the board. They've been trying. They've been able to keep the ball in the blue territory a lot, but they have not been able to send anything on the net. The Flipside has not been able to handle. Mike Rules to be able to pop that one back out to middle. Mark's there to keep the pressure on. Keeps the ball in orange. We got multiple players moving up for that one. It's going to be dead in the orange corner. Kronovi moves into that, some speed to the ball. Now Markey puts that one up. 1:27 to go. He takes a shot towards the net, but over 0 and Kronovi both there. Put that one away. Now Cookser continuing to create this pressure. Flipside very much up on the offensive right now. Able to keep ball control, sends a shot towards the net, over 0. There with the backflip save to keep that one away. Adding some style points in here. But right now, they don't need style points, they need real points.
Yeah, back and forth between these two teams coming out crucial. And these touches from those backflips add a little bit more pace to the ball to get it, so it's not landing right in front of their net.
Absolutely.
And they're doing a really good job. It's just with the back and forth between these two teams, there's too much pressure from Flipside. Flipside is controlling this despite the possession game is what they're winning, even though.
I think it's going to come down to a solo play again. We've seen these guys do it. IBP knows how to play this ball by themselves and take it all around this entire Flipside team. 37 seconds left. They really need to be able to get ball control, and play their game. But right now, Flipside shut down everything. 30 seconds left. Kronovi clears it away. Here's Cookser in the corner to try and push it around. Lachinio and Kronovi and over 0 all up in the corner, but Kronovi able to put this one down. Lachinio trying to push it around. 18 seconds left. They need one to force overtime. Over 0 drops it, and Kronovi gets it in. Tie game.
Defensive breakdown from this Flipside team. Ball coming out, trying to rotate in as Cookser. Cookser gets beaten out by Lachinio, and that soft little touch from Overzero. So well done with Kronovi waiting on the rotation. We have a tie game, 14 seconds left, game 5.
And they both want to take it in regulation. They're going to go hard for the next 12 seconds. Who's it going to be? Flipside or IBP? Final countdown as Kronovi tries to push it out. He's got to pass 3. He has an open goal, and that's Flipside. IBP taking the lead.
Complete defensive breakdown. They get pulled up so hard and just going to bring it all the way around the field in a wide open net.
4 seconds left for Flipside to keep themselves out of the lower bracket. They've had the momentum, they've had the advantage the entire series, but IBP is poised on the edge. A nice shot straight towards the net. They have an opportunity if they can keep this one up, but he's not going to get the touch. Did he carry it across? No! IBP stays alive in the upper bracket.
What just happened?
It was incredible.
Back and forth, we see a 1 to IBP, 2 to Flipside, and then to come back and bring it all the way and give themselves the win with literally 12 seconds left.
You know, I think in that series, Flipside had the lead for the vast majority of every game. And at the very last moment, we see IBP tie it up and force it to overtime, or tie it up and take the lead. These guys played so well. Flipside played so well. Could you ask more from a Clash of the Titans? That was the match we wanted to see.
That was such a series that we've all been waiting for so long, and for it to come out and at the RLCS International Finals here live in the Avalon, like, oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness. Like, no excuses. No excuses here. All the pings are even. You're on a closed system here, and this is exactly what we wanted to see. The best teams in North America, the best teams in Europe, clashing right here, and it could not have been a more even amazing series from both sides.
Beautiful games coming out from both teams, and congratulations to IBP taking that in the best of 5, moving on. I cannot wait to see how this interview goes.
It's going to be amazing. Golden Boy is down on the stage with Overzero. Golden Boy, tell us about that match.
Right now, I am just absolutely flabbergasted. That was incredible. Congratulations. I am joined by Overzero. Now, for those of you guys who may not know, Overzero actually is the sub. You came in last minute. Gambit couldn't make it, unfortunately, and here you are. And I mean, like, what the hell? That was incredible. So let's just get into it. Let's just dive right into it. First game happens, you guys look solid, obviously good performance there, but then you started to lose your bearings there in games 2 and 3. What was going on? What was the problem there?
We stopped passing on defense so much, so we focused on that, and every time we did, we got a counter goal off of it, so we just really tried to focus on that, and it pulled through in the end. We got it through.
So now, obviously this is it's a big deal because you bring a different dynamic to the team. I was talking to Gibbs earlier. Gibbs, of course, former teammate of Kronovi, and he was talking about how he was, the setup guy. He was the one who would give Kronovi those opportunities. I mean, we all know Gibbs doesn't score goals, right? So anyway, Rip Gibbs. Anyway, he's a lot smarter at the game than I am, clearly. But you seem to be that guy. You seem to be the person that sets them up for those opportunities. But then you also took some opportunities of your own, especially at that last minute. You're on this stage. How did it feel to get that goal at the last second?
I can't even describe it. This is like the most excited, most hype I've ever been in my life. It's crazy. It's absolutely insane. I can't believe that I'm here and this is happening.
So now you guys move on to the next round. You face off against the Flying Dutchman, another team that had a huge surprise victory. How do you feel your chances are, knowing what you know, taking on a team like Flipside Tactics all the way to the brink? How do you feel about that matchup against TFD?
Right now, I think we're just feeling confident. Like, I can't use any other word. We're just so hyped right now, but we're definitely going to be focused and ready tomorrow. We're not going to underestimate them at all.
All right, well, congratulations, Overzero, the OZ. Thank you so much, guys. What a series. Let's just send it over to the analyst that's to break it down. Gibbs, I love you. Take it away.
I'll let you have the first word here, Gibbs.
Wow. I don't even care what Golden Boy just said. That series was amazing. Overzero, that Game 4 aerial dribble in overtime to win it, to bring them to Game 5. Absolutely insane.
Yeah, every single player on Cosmic had a highlight reel play. We saw the Licinio upside down redirect and half. We saw the Kronovi 360 no-scope and the off-the-wall air dribble from Overzero.
let's see it again. Why not? The Mobile One high performance replay, guys, just check this stuff out, man. Just crazy. Just crazy.
It was insane to start too, because Flipside looked shaky game 1, and then they really came into their own in games 2 and 3. But Cosmic, that's what they needed. That game 1 win was so big for Cosmic because they wanted to show that, hey, we're here to play and not just get 3-0'd out.
But we did see, after that game 1, Flipside really started to play their game with the passing plays. You see Cooks having some really good goals even off the backboard, them utilizing the passing game effectively, but then Cosmic, that 360 no-scope from Cronovi.
That was just dirty. Like, Crow just comes out of nowhere with some of these plays. Just using that boost, one tap of the boost forward, one tap of the boost back to get it right into the near side post. Great shot.
And then, yes, Marky Duda and Flipside putting on that pressure and Flipside holding up to it. But this over zero air dribble, he is a 1v1 player showing us how to use those skills on a team game, getting that clutch goal.
That was so big for the team just in general. For like over zero as well, because no one expected him to be playing today. And he comes out with a great pass to Cronovi right there to tie the game with 7 seconds left and just a defensive mishap, and Crow gets the game winner, which is what Flipside usually does. With 10 seconds up, they'll score 2 in a row and like, oh, it's over. Cosmic changing the books there with, oh, what a series.
Just phenomenal, flabbergasting, and the crowd is just so hyped throughout, which is amazing, and we all love those close games. We all love those close games. Gotta give another huge shout out if you guys would join me in cheering for the MVP of this match, over zero.
So he deserved the MVP, going up, getting that air dribble, and then you saw to tie it up in game 5, got that ball out in front of net for Cronovi, over zero coming in as a sub, just making it happen. And another huge upset. No one expected Cosmic, after that roster instability, to come out here and beat Flipside, and they just showed us that, hey, anything can happen at a live event.
Plus, when Over Zero joined them, their defense has gotten so much better because he's letting Latch and Pro do their thing. And then he still has some highlights in the back of his back pocket there too. But Over Zero, it's very tough shoes to fill with Gambit, and he just filled them with like concrete. Like, he's here and he's showing.
That was the best series of the day so far.
For sure.
And I think we've officially reached like the halfway point. We got more matches, guys. We're gonna start proceeding to the next round of the winner's bracket. It's going to be Northern Gaming versus Exodus, guys. It's coming up next. Do not go anywhere. This is the RLCS International Final. Be right back.